صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله عليه وسلم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وآله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه. Describing the manner of drinking of the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام. Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him and with his father, said that the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam drank from the water of Zamzam while standing. So this is talking about, is it permissible to stand and drink at the same time? Then the following hadith by Abdullah ibn Amr, he says, may Allah be pleased with him and with his father, I saw the Prophet of Allah alayhi salatu wassalam drink while both standing and sitting. Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him and with his father, said, I gave the Prophet of Allah alayhi salatu wassalam Zamzam water and he drank it standing up. And then Ali, may Allah be pleased with him, was brought with a jug of water while he was in Ar-Rahbah. After which he dipped out a handful, washed his hands, rinsed his mouth, snuffed up his nostrils, and wiped his face, his forearms, his head. Then he drank from it while standing. Then he said, this is the minor ritual ablution of someone who has not exerted any substance that would render him ritually impure. I saw the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam act in this manner. Now, this is what the companions, may Allah be pleased with him, narrated. That the Prophet ﷺ drank while standing and while sitting. Yet we know that there are ahadith where the Prophet ﷺ prohibited drinking while standing, and in some other hadiths he ordered the person who drank standing up to vomit it. And the companions differed and disputed. What we usually do when it comes to conflicting evidences, there are 4 stages. 1, try to reconcile between them. If not possible, 2, try to know which one abrogated the other. If not possible, 3, try to know which one is stronger than the other. Ayah versus a hadith, hadith in al-Bukhari versus a hadith in al-Musnad, etc. If not possible at all, number 4, we refrain from commenting until someone of higher and greater knowledge comes to educate us and inform us, as our knowledge could not reach the answer. What did the scholars say in terms of reconciling? They said that the number of ahadith permitting drinking while standing are far, far greater in number than the hadiths prohibiting it. So this gives it leverage. The second way of reconciling is to say that the hadith that permit drinking while standing abrogated the hadith that prohibited it. How do you know? Do you have any timing? They said that the 4 rightly guided caliphs and the vast majority of companions and the tabi'een all said that it is permissible. The action of Ali, may Allah be pleased with him, is also a clear direction or directive that the Prophet did this alayhi salatu wasalam. And the third means of reconciliation between these two opposing hadiths or ahadith is that it is not recommended to drink while standing up, but it is not haram. Imam al-Qurtubi says, no one from the scholars to my knowledge had said that drinking while standing up is prohibited. Of course, with the exception of Ibn Hazm al-Zahiri, and usually Ibn Hazm al-Zahiri's opinion is disregarded when it comes to consensus of scholars, etc. Therefore, the most authentic opinion is that drinking while standing up is totally permissible. It is recommended that you sit down when you drink or when you eat, but it is not mandatory, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best. Anas ibn Malik, may Allah be pleased with him, he said that the Prophet of Allah ﷺ used to breathe into the vessel 3 times when he drank, and he would say it is more wholesome and more thirst quenching. What does it mean, wholesome? It means that it is best for you when you drink that you breathe 3 times. However, not into the vessel itself, because there's a prohibition from doing so. Rather, between drinks. So if this is the vessel, drinking while keeping your mouth and nose inside and breathing is prohibited. Why? Because you don't know what may fall from your mouth or your nose. And those drinking after you would be disgusted to see you do this. So what is meant by drinking 3 times, drinking and breathing 3 times that the Prophet did, ﷺ, as we've just stated? It's like this, saying Bismillah and breathe. Then, and breathe, and then you sip the 3rd time. So your breathing is not done inside the vessel itself, rather it's done outside of the vessel. And by this we can combine between the two opinions, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best. The final 2 hadiths, or 3 or 4, who's counting? Abdul Rahman ibn Abi Amrah reports that his grandmother, Kabsha, may Allah be pleased with her, said that the Prophet ﷺ entered my presence. She was one of the Prophet's aunts, and then he drank from a suspended water skin while standing. So I reached up to its mouth, the water skin, and cut it loose. So she cut it off. Anas ibn Malik, may Allah be pleased with him, said that the Prophet ﷺ entered the presence of Sulaym, may Allah be pleased with her, and a water skin was suspended there. So he drank from the mouth of the water skin while standing. Sulaym therefore reached up to the head of the water skin and cut it loose. Anas also says that the Prophet of Allah ﷺ entered the presence of Sulaym, and a water skin was suspended there. So he drank from the mouth of the water skin while standing. Sulaym therefore reached up to the head of the water skin and cut it loose. Why did they all do this? 1, to seek the blessing of Allah from this piece that the Prophet had placed his mouth over. So they cut it off and kept it for barakah, for blessing. Or they did not want someone else to place his mouth on it and sort of contaminate that blessed place. And finally, Aisha, the daughter of Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas, may Allah have mercy on her and may Allah be pleased with her father. She says that her father said that the Prophet ﷺ used to drink while standing, and we already discussed these issues. Wallahu a'lam, wa sallallahu wa sallam wa baraka ala nabiyyina Muhammad.
Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, sallallahu alayhi وسلم.